All right, so some of the issues that people were talking about were like the loop at the top of the swing, which isn't really a loop because what you want to pay attention to is the direction that the swing needs to go to be in line with the target. So if you watch, when we get to the top of the swing up here, once this comes back, we get to the top of the swing and it drops down underneath my head, right in line with my target. So the ball has to travel back behind a little bit because that's where my shoulders are facing. You see I'm facing my target, so the ball has to be in line with the way my body's facing. The ball doesn't come in a parallel direction straight front to back unless you're playing straight up the lane. The ball has to go on a path with your target in order to be able to drop down directly straight through under your head, next to your ankle, in through the target. So we've got to really pay attention to that. There's no loop here, so we just got to make sure that we're in line. Watch where my foot is. You can see my foot going through towards my target. The other thing somebody had mentioned was my balance. They said, oh, it's a guy that falls off all of his shots. Well, I want you to watch and pay attention to where the ball gets to before I, in quote, fall off. 9 times out of 10, the ball gets more than halfway down the lane before I step off like that. So when you see me step off, it's not a fall off, it's a step off. It's me, I don't want to say running out the shot, but it's more just stepping off for whatever, I don't know. It's a habit. It's just what I do. So if the ball's at the arrows and I'm falling off or stepping off or whatever you want to call it, like that's good balance. I don't know where anybody's seeing bad balance or anything, but let's just clear the air on that. That's not an issue. So we're not really being affected by that at all. So at the end of the day, what we're actually focusing on is grabbiness at the bottom of the swing. You couldn't really see it in this one. That one was actually pretty good. But in my bad shots, you can see an awful lot of grabbiness. So I took, when I drilled this Big Bro knockout from Swag and did this video, I took and went away with the fingers a little bit and I pitched them a little bit further left. So that way we can take some pressure off, because I'm starting to feel like my tendons are starting to get a little tighter. I'm not as flexible as I used to be, and it almost like I was locking myself in with my fingers because I was at 0 pitch on the fingers, and I'm starting to get stronger from the gym and everything, so I think my grip pressure is getting better. So I need to just take some tension away from there to be able to shoot it through. Like you can see here, the ball is just down perfectly and shooting through the front, so I don't have any issues with that. So just pitch plugged a bunch of bowling balls, get ready for the weekend in the TOC next week, and we'll pitch them away. We'll change all that because now that took pressure off the thumb. I didn't feel like I had to grab anymore, and we were good to go.